College Basketball Crown Tournament. Left baseline. John, air ball. Williams the other way on the break. Gary powers over to the hole. But this kid has been different. Ivy Curry turns it over. Brice Williams. Bounce pass. Baseline. Jam with two hands on a 19-3 run with a 2-point lead.
Going right back into this two-man game with Morgan and Williams.
Baseline. Morgan. Jam with two.
Young man. And I know a lot of teams, and I hate to say this too, in the transfer portal are probably looking at him with his size, shooting ability, and his potential. Leon Rice has a great one right now, this young freshman.
He's 6'7", 19 years old. Williams got a big job in front of him guarding Brice Williams. Jacobson, down it.
Able to square it up.
Actually down by 4, 26-22. Ulis, Hoiberg, Mia, the big man down low. Brice Williams turns. Gary, deep jumper. Oh.
It's the reason why these young men are here competing hard, you know, as a team and as a family.
And Nebraska football is going to be awesome this year. You just watch. Baseline. Mia. Oh! Remember, Boise in their last game, Jimmy, scored 100 points. 193 Wednesday against. These kids are trying to crash out to cash out. Stanley.
Excellent job by that time by Andrew Morgan, not going for it. Right back at you.
Oh, Sam, I am. Green Higgs. Ball player, folks.
Both he and Brice make it look easy. They don't force it. And you want them to be more aggressive, both of them. But when they got it going, teammates do a really good job of isolating them and putting them in positions to score.
Boise in a zone. Esigian. Oh, he hit that from Lincoln. 16 against Washington State on Monday as the Hoyas took care of the Cougs. 85-82 behind the 37 from Malik Mack, the Harvard transfer. Williams. Hoiberg, baseline, pure. Looks to shoot. Jacobson, gliding, left-hand runner, off the heel. Nebraska gets the rebound. Now Gary. Georgetown doing what they can. Then Rackhorse off the bench, the freshman from New Jersey. Makes it a 45-29 game.
But you know the difference with Brice Williams, he has teammates that can create shots for him. Unlike Malik Mack, right now, he's the major ball handler. So it's not a lot of shot creation from his teammates for him.
Williams, no. Block out of the air.
And right now, Arizona State, they're the team, even though they've only really got 7 guys out there, they're the team with more energy, playing with better effort.
Very surprised. Nebraska, as Kim reported earlier, got together as a team, wanted to get going at this one. Maybe that Morgan jam will get them going. 3-point game in Las Vegas. Huskers have made 8 of their last 10, and it ends up fortuitously in the hands of Esigian with a corner 3.
Look easy. That's his shot, whether it's a step back or a spin back to his left. He is really, really good at that shot right there. Doesn't matter if you contest it, he's comfortable making it.
Brice Williams off the shot fake. Here's Hoiberg stepping inside, the jumper over Bronze, and the first field going 3.
To rotate to the basket, or you're going to be in big trouble as Nebraska kind of not on the same page. They were all pressed onto the three-point line on the weak side and gave up an easy dunk.
Williams zips that pass into Gary with the bucket and the foul.
A little bit of taunting there. 17 to shoot. Gary and Esigian each have 3 3-pointers in this game. They're both in right now. Inside of Morgan. Oh, what a play.
A 7-0 Gopher run.
Nice job by Rigsby. That was the right pass, but in a difficult place. Had to kind of go down a little bit before he was able to get it into shooting position.
Morgan looking for somewhere to go with it. Williams drawing a lot of attention every time he touches the basketball. Essegian, the pull-up is short, but it bounces over the side of the rim and in. 8 to shoot. Patterson deep three. Gophers with a 5-point lead. Here's Essegian. Pops open. Huskers are right back with it.
4. They have 9 to shoot. No looker. Tillion in and out. And pulled down by Morgan for Nebraska. Williams calling for the screen. Double team. Here's Morgan. Inside to the left. And he finishes. Get out of his way.
Well, I'm surprised there wasn't something called.
McKern off the bench here tonight with 6. And Williams a little hesitant really all night. Early foul trouble. Gives it up to Essegian, and he goes right to the rim to beat the shot clock. And the center of the state, this is home for sure as Hicks in and out from 3. Rebound to Essegian. But he turned Rice around for 3 years in Houston. 23 wins his final season. And then kept the winning going at VCU. They made 3 NCAA tournaments. Big Ten coming calling as Morgan rolls and finishes. Brice Williams. He's got a great basketball IQ, son of a great player. Henry Williams in Charlotte.
Proverbially punched him in the mouth. Penn State answered and was able to hold more than hold their own here in the second stanza.
Baldwin off the mark, but he's had a big night again. Morgan to the rim, finishes, and Morgan with a...
It has been, and now a turnover, miscommunication, and the Cats give it right back. Boland's had it picked off by Williams. Here's Gary for 3. That goes Jawan Gary. Slide. Oh, the freshman, Angelo Cherovino. Essegian answers with a 3. And Nebraska could take the lead with a 3. From 20 down about 13 minutes ago. Essegian. Still 10 to shoot. Here's Gary. On the move. The floater goes. And we...
there, Dave, to get the ball to your superstar. When he gets 2 feet in paint, it's lights out.
There's Wooster, able to maintain his dribble. Williams. Plenty of time to shoot. Shot clock at 10. Williams inside. Mia, who throws down the dunk.
Stepping behind that little stagger screen, shot fake, and didn't settle for a contested shot. Used that dribble to get a better one.
Here's Andrew Morgan. Fakes the pass. Hits the 3.
Game that's good for second in the Big Ten.
And Nebraska take advantage. They got now a stop on the second straight possession. They scored their last time down the floor. Here's Williams. Drops it off to Morgan again. Morgan dispatching Brice with a thorn. You don't find many of those in Nebraska, I believe.
No. I agree with him. I didn't climb my way to the top of the food chain to eat grass.
What a find, Brice Williams.
I want to just try to test that ankle and see if he can move laterally.
12-2 run, pushing Ohio State to a 3-point lead. Drop off to Mia, running to the rim. Count the bucket and the foul.
To get his body completely square, that's a very difficult shot in traffic.
There's Williams. Buchtengel the 3. This game is tied at 42. So it'll be Wooster who will inbound to Brice Williams. Williams trapped, no timeouts, jumps it across. Gary is there. Gary to the rim for the exclamation point.
The one at home against the Illini, and then going on the road, they did a great job defending. But I think that, who makes threes always is a factor, but the other guys, the role guys, you're getting good efforts from Morgan and Wooster and Hoiberg, and the same thing with Washington, Mason, Diallo stepping up, with the Stars to have a chance to win a game tonight.
Hoiberg back to the lineup today, making his 4th consecutive start. 3 right away and put through.
Got to the paint. Instead of looking for the ball, he was looking to seal the guy. Nice little pass, little easy 2 in the paint.
Little gentleman's finger.
It's in the paint.
Just a 4-point lead now. Loose ball. Hoiberg dives for it. And here comes Nebraska. Pass ahead to Williams. A lob to Gary. And a desperation timeout. A clear lane.
Williams, who's been such a big part of Nebraska all season, but especially in these 2 wins that we've been talking about coming into tonight's game. Over 20 points again tonight. Williams with 23. He's knocked down 4 triples. To Gary with 3 on the shot clock. And man,
Brice Williams is a tough guard because he's all the 6'7". He initiates the offense a lot, but he's the primary scorer as well. Good pass there.
Whoa. To Andrew Morgan.
Sometimes a triple team, but they get back to where they need to get back to.
Good find from Biddle. Angel follow. No. It is just a war zone in the paint right now. And it comes away to Hoiberg. Here comes Wooster.
Now they got numbers.
It's Williams. Extra pass to Jawan Gary. And Dana Ullman passed up the 3.
Good pass.
That was tough to throw and tough to catch. And then he bats it out.
Winning plays. You can gel.
Honoring Nebraska volleyball with that offensive rebound. And Wooster in this spot, Don.
And Bam Tracy starting the second half for Oregon. Bartholomew not starting like he did the game.
Nebraska had a comfortable lead against Illinois. Illinois came back, sent it to overtime. Nebraska, in a gritty effort, won the game. And there is Andrew Murray won. As many threes were hit in that game as the second half of this one. It's just a remarkable to see.
Do you think most people know that there was no three-point line back then?
I think so.
There's some people watching that I bet don't.
Well, now they do.
Yes, they do.
Here's Sam Hoiberg.
Late clock.
Williams.
Pass.
Morgan gets in the air and scores. And Wooster will walk it up.
See where Nebraska goes here in the half court. I'm assuming this guy will decide to play. Brice Williams.
Got 22 points. Creates an open look. Gary hits the 3.
Good shot.
Ball program. It was a startling week in Husker athletics. Talk about a smooth transition, though. Right.
14 minutes.
Here's Esijan open again for 3. They're losing first on Yakachonis, but the second on this trip down for Illinois. Here's Esijan. Baseline floater drops at Nebraska for Illinois.
It's got to get back to middle of the floor ball screens with Yakachonis. That's where Illinois will find some rhythm offensively.
And that'll open up the 3 a little bit, won't it?
Absolutely, because he will find the open man. And he can certainly score, as you saw that.
His vision is something else.
It's so good. Williams driving in. What a pass to Andrew Morgan. Speaking of ground was spirited, wasn't it?
It was.
They're chanting defense. So imagine at 10:30 in the morning, they're walking through sets chanting defense this morning.
The lob to Gary again on the baseline. White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
I like Jack Janicki. He's got a bright future. Sneaky athletic, loves to defend, doesn't mind getting physical. It's a nice compliment to what the Badgers are doing.
Utangelo set that screen. He'll try the thing. Back-to-back triples. For
get multiple Badger defenders coming over and shutting it off. Really good rotation.
Esijan in the corner. The fadeaway 3 drops for Connor. Slacker to swing it to Claw. 2 to shoot.
Warm to shoot, just gets the shot off, and Buchtengel off the bench with the rebound.
And a nice job by Williams as well of closing out under control, running the three-point shooter off the line and then forcing a difficult mid-range.
Oh, what a find inside the Jerome Gary. Williams
caught out here, weaving the ball around. There's no need for that.
Three-point game in Lincoln. Williams will pick it up. 16, 15 seconds and counting. Taking some time now. They're working for a shot. Inside, Buchtengel is there. Gets two.
Brice from the top of the key. Rodney Rice, one of the better three-point shooters. Really big part of the transition for this team last year where they couldn't hit a three.
And that's something to watch for in this game. The Nebraska defense these last three has just gotten shelled from the three-point line. 49% from three. Little pin in for Rodney Rice. He drills it top of the key.
Okay, Buchtengel trying to get him going as well. Didn't score against Rutgers. He's got a three and a good look, and he drills it. First half, and Miguel hits again. He is coming out of a funk in a big way. He's got 11 here this afternoon.
Been talked about a lot these last four games for Nebraska. The skip pass is where they're vulnerable. Did a pretty good job Xing out there, but sums Miguel in quite the rhythm.
Williams, nice bounce, good grab. That's a tough catch. Pour the finish. Now they didn't get the lob on the last one. They got it down the floor. Nebraska needs an answer. Wooster. Nice find, and Buchtengel all alone.
Third foul there, but Ace Bailey is an aggressive shot blocker. Wooster looking for Williams. Williams underneath. Mia is there for the two-hand flush. 7-1 was coming to send that to the first row. Wooster will back it out. Esijan back on the floor. See if he can get it going. He'll try from deep. And he'll hit from deep. That's 17 of the 64 points. I think it's so important to keep Bailey and Harper fresh so they don't settle for bad shots because they're tired late. Williams will jump it over to Esijan. He'll try the three and he'll hit.
Execution in the first half. Nebraska's a good defensive team, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't look like it right now because everything's going Purdue's way.
Good pass there, and Gary with two more.
NIL, they can afford it, right? They can afford something above McDonald's.
Nobody sets the table better than Braden Smith. And my, these Purdue players have benefited, and they now have a 21-point lead.
They're almost face guarding Brice Williams right now.
They got lucky. That ball was tapped from behind. 7 threes.
And Brandon, they're not hitting rim right now. Everything is straight through. These guys are dialed in from long range.
And you look up and ho-hum, Braden Smith has 7 assists already.
Isn't that something?
Buchtengel on a good feed from Brice.
Second chance opportunities. I mean, everything they've tried, they've gotten away with and been able to accomplish.
You know, if their defense keeps playing like this and they don't turn the ball over as much, which they've been better at as of late, it's not like last year where they dominated the glass.
Trying to cheat that dribble handoff, and Josh Dix is just stepping right back and drilling it from the top of the key.
Iowa back up by 6. Nebraska has made its last 3 shots. Gary lost control. Mia cleans it up. Esijan, their top 3-point shooter. We've had an offensive rebound here recently, a drive for 2, and nice piece of defense there.
Brice Williams going to take advantage of this size mismatch here. Oh, good look to Mia.
How would you like to be the son of a great coach who also had a whale of an NBA career and could have been a quarterback for Tom Osborne, as well as a guard for Danny Nee back in the day? He was recruited for both football and basketball coming out of high school. And there's an answer.
On him, he needs to do his work from the perimeter like he did in that first possession.
Matt tried a teardrop baseline, could not get it to go. Wooster Leads it for Brice, but it's a beautiful pass. Well done, Mia.
Williams right now running the point guard, and he did this a little bit last year as well. This guy Asijan's on the floor to try and knock down shots against whatever defense Southern's in. And it's a startling difference in Nebraska as a three-point shooting team as Carey hits the three. 9 from 3. That shot clock was winding quickly. Here's Williams on the attack, knifing inside to Morgan for 2. What a feed from Brice. I haven't been able to see. This is where they're at their best, forcing turnovers. It's an athletic group, and they're showing that athleticism in the open floor. 2 big-time dunks. Oh, my goodness. Huskers 5 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes. Now Southern with 3 to shoot. Wooster has to force up a 3, and he gets it to fall. That breaks the engine. And Brice Williams will pull on the reins a little bit and slow this one up. Williams wraps it down low. Nice gather and finish by Andrew Morgan.
Coast Conference. But when the Pac-12 is reforming in a couple of years, they'll be one of the cornerstone teams of a rebuilt Pac-12.
I think that move was very smart for the West Coast Conference to grab because it will strengthen the WCC this year.
Reclaims the lead. Sam Hoiberg, 3!
That's a great move, but how come nobody has ever told me about these things before?
You've never had one.
I've never had one.
Andrew Morgan, and one as Morgan got knocked down. Pass deflected. The hands of Gary right to Brice Williams. Berke Buchtuntel runs the floor.
Great job taking off defense
for Murray State. And a 3 for Ferguson. It was 23, and now a 16-point Nebraska lead. Nice drop off, and Braxton Mia finishing for the Huskers.
What we're seeing here in the second half is what I really thought we were going to see out of Murray State all game. I thought they were going to be aggressive, get to the foul line, hit some threes. That didn't happen, but I like what I'm seeing coming out of the break.
Connor Asijan, his 4th.
Over, or if you're going to go one under, he tried to chase it over there and got clipped there on the screen.
Brice Williams, 6-year senior, hands it off to Gary, and Gary takes it to the rack.
The official.
Indiana had the first 4 fouls of the game. Nebraska the last 4. Tucker hit one a moment ago, not there. Here's Ulis again. He's running the point because Wooster has 2 fouls.
Yes.
Starting point guard. He's on the bench. Good slip in. Morgan slams it. The entertaining first half here in Lincoln. Williams somehow finds Gary, who somehow finds the basket.
Sam Baco picked up too quick and went to the bench. It's going to be interesting to see how impactful he is. Sat for a long time in the first half.
And it's number 21 in the cream and crimson for Indiana. And Nebraska shooting 65% in that first half. With looks like that, it'll go up. That's Braxton Mia.
Looks, and again, I thought Renew got fouled when he was turning around with that hook shot.
As mentioned it, Indiana has gotten a lot of offensive rebounds, but they haven't turned it into points.
Correct. I like it.
7-0 run for Nebraska. Could it be 10-0? Yes.
In this Nebraska uniform, loves the offensive system. There's a Curry Litteris is looking for a second, and now Nebraska can run. Williams in the open court. Asijan in the trailer. He knocks down the tray. For Liam Murphy, who shoots a legitimate 53% from deep right now.
And that's the thing, Jason. It's not just one guy that's a good shooter. They have 4 different guys that have made double-digit threes already this season. So it's a lot of different shooters.
The off ball. And Seward, Nebraska native, About 20 minutes away, their team had dinner at his house last night with their family. Again in the paint, Wooster just floats it up that time. Quick pass to the corner. Ball movement was exquisite in the opening half for Nebraska. Rebounding has been excellent all season long to this point. 9.6 steals per game. They go up top and able to hit it. Williams, who will operate that point at 6'7". Hoiberg's open down low. Pump fake, goes up with it and finishes. Good pressure. He is such a good defender, pesky defender. Now gets the board. Williams made a good late decision to find Gary
for three, and he'll splash that one down to get South Dakota on the board.
And Bruns last time out really shot the ball confidently from behind the arc. 3 of 4 from deep.
And here's that pressure applied by South Dakota. Huskers break, now look to attack. Williams on the lob to Braxton Mia. In the lane, floats it up.
Nicely done to flip the side of the floor and get the defense of Nebraska moving.
Huskers have missed their last 7 field goal attempts. They'll try to break that streak, and they will with an Esijan. 22-14 Nebraska. Here's Esijan again. The three, good, and the foul. Williams, nice catch by Mia off the tip. Drops it to Mia, and another two-hand stuff. He's gone. Now he gets it from Hoiberg. Esijan, no, Mia. Rebound brought it low. It was pulled free. Nebraska got it back. And Esijan from the corner.
Bounce pass. Jones comes away with it. Williams takes it right back. And back the other way to Griffiths. Lay in. Wooster was not looking on that pass. Butengel with a block inside. Wooster for 3. That's good.
Chance for Nebraska to push it to 7. Now they got to get a stop.
Nice defense from Jawan Gary over to Butengel. Gets the roll.